Hey guys, Jee Choi here of House of Black Giant Society and Floro Fighting Systems. So I want to give you guys this is something that I really want to show just on YouTube because it is freaking amazing. This sword belongs to one of my good friends and also House of Black Giant Society instructor and Floro Fighting Systems Pacific Northwest member, Tim Lezo. Tim, thank you again for letting me work on your sword for you. It has G Innovations Mod S wrap that I really work. This one I put more than the extra effort because this is for a very good friend of mine. And this just turned out fantastic. Now, not only that, very special sword because it has a connection to many of my friends. The sheath is made by Mr. Andrew Stewart, who is no longer practicing kydex, but in my opinion, he was the best kydex smith I've ever had the honor of working with. Never, ever, ever did I actually receive anything other than perfection from Mr. Stewart. Mr. Stewart, if you're watching this, how are you, sir? Hopefully you're all well. And this sling is actually not a sword sling. It's actually a gun sling from Frank Proctor. Frank, I don't know why, but you can't find these on your website anymore. Please do post them if you are watching this because we love your sling for the swords too. So this is Frank's Proctor sling attachment that Tim attached to his sword, and just freaking amazing setup so you could actually have it, you know, as a shoulder carry system, or you could probably even carry it as just a sling system just downward like this so you could have like a saber draw. And as for the blade, now this is where it really gets exciting and interesting. The sword is Kris Cutlery's Pinuti, but I'm gonna rename this sword in honor of Tim's family. We will call this the Zhuo Dao because Tim's Chinese and this should be called Zhuo Dao because it really works. But here's the cool thing. It is literally meant for FFS Dos Manos. So if I was to use this for Dos Manos, it would just work naturally with that because it's just meant for that. I even wrapped the handle as I was doing. I paid careful attention, so this would actually allow for accommodation of Dos Manos techniques. So there you go. Just want to give you guys a little information on this because I had some of you guys ask me questions regarding Dos Manos technique, and I told you guys all to just simply get Ray's online, FFS online Dos Manos course. And I still will recommend it. I'll leave the link below this description. But guys, this is how you apply Dos Manos with a sword that is not originally intended for two-handed method. But this is not just limited to this. There are many different tools that you can apply, not just with a sword. I have my unbreakable umbrella upstairs. I'm gonna put this down. Oh my god, just bloody fantastic. Not to mention work with those Manos. Love it. Alright, Tim, your sword, my friend, is ready for your pickup anytime. So there's that. But if you were to apply, gotta love being popular, but I'll get to that works later. So this is just a regular umbrella that I just hand wrap myself, but the techniques that we apply with FFS Dos Manos, it's not just limited to just using something like a sword or umbrella. You can, like for example, you look at Robert sparring with me on the FFS experience. Rob, how are you, my friend? Hopefully everything's well. And you'll notice that Rob, even with a machete, he was pulling off like Dos Manos as technique, just imitating me, and it worked marvelously if you look at the sparring footages. So it can be done with anything, and Ray told me that he's using it with a knife. And just for that sake, I actually made Bowie length sparring buffers And out of a joke, I was just doing some little training with this, and it works wonderfully. Because you're using two hands, it actually it structurally reinforces your defenses. At the same time, your offenses are more powerful. And I've noticed when I was sparring some students, in like those Manos, right now I'm kind of recuperating from injuries. I really shouldn't be moving around like this. I've noticed that they tell me, dude, it hurts a whole lot more than it normally does when I strike. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you guys got some insight from this, but just want to show you Tim's Zhuo Dao because it's freaking awesome. It's sad that it's no longer available because obviously Cecil Carino retired last year from this profession. Cecil, if you're watching this, my friend, I hope you enjoy your retirement. Well earned, my friend, well earned. Cecil's been a very good friend of the house for many years. He was one of the very first blade dealer that I actually contacted to source some blades for the House of Black Dragon Society for my personal practice. And he has made everything from classical poken, or aka katana, to many Filipino blades for my own personal use, and they've been nothing but just superb and fantastic for many years. And Mr. Stewart, as I told you guys, he's no longer making kaidas, but in my professional opinion, he was the best kaida smith I've ever had the honor of working with. So that's that. As for G Innovations handle rep, if you guys are ever interested or want to commission me for wrap projects, go to my Facebook, all the information's up there. If you like what you see, simply contact me afterwards and we'll talk to see if that's possible. Alright, have a wonderful day everybody, and stay sharp, be safe, and enjoy that wonderful cool weather.